Welcome back to Language Lab, where we slice, dice, and dissect words like a mad scientist at a Halloween party.
Ooh. And this week we are revisiting our terrifying but such a hilarious adventure at a haunted house. Ew! We screamed, we ran, maybe we cried a little at night. I was
Maybe.
sleeping, yeah, but I do not know what others were doing. But most importantly, we did use some deliciously spooky and quirky language.
So grab your candy bars and flashlights because today we are unmasking the words behind the screams.
And we're going to start with the word origin. And origin, basically, where something begins or the backstory
Yeah,
of something.
exactly. And we also talked about trick or treating, which is a classic Halloween activity where the kids, you dress up in the costumes, you go around, you knock on doors, and say trick or treat. And you are basically demanding candy in exchange for not a trick, like egging someone's house or something like that.
Perfect. The next word is the word custom, and this word has two meanings. So the first one is at the airport, customs, plural. This is where people, like the officers, they make sure that you're not smuggling something that you shouldn't be, like someone was smuggling sausage from Italy last
Ooh, I
year.
wonder who that was.
Yeah, I don't know. And the second meaning of the word custom is a tradition, like pumpkin carving for Halloween or dressing up as monsters and some evil spirits so they don't get you.
Yeah, lots of fun Halloween customs that we have.
Yeesh.
Yes. And the next word here is the word candy bar. And we just wanted to clarify that the word candy bar is basically also a chocolate bar. It can be used kind of interchangeably. It's just that, brick of sugar that dentists really don't like, but also probably do like because it makes them rich.
Totally, totally, totally. And to dress up in the meaning of a costume, it means to put on clothes that you normally wouldn't wear.
Yeah.
Unless you're Lady Gaga, then for you it's just an ordinary Tuesday,
Yeah. It's
I
not even a
guess.
costume, I
Yeah.
would say.
Nope.
All right, next is generic, the word generic. And this word means kind of like ordinary, plain, not really special, like knockoff brands of colas, for example. That could be like, we
Mm-hmm.
can call it generic brands or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The next word is a very fun one. It's the word squeegee. And squeegee is the rubber tool that we use to wipe the windows or, I don't know, the walls in the washroom.
Yeah,
Not
I
the
have one.
washroom, like a bathroom.
I have one in my
Yeah.
shower.
Yeah.
Uh, a sitcom. Actually, one of my most favorite genres, I think, of TV. It's short for situational comedy. And some examples, some classic examples are like Friends or The Office. We were just talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Yes.
considered to be a sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there's laugh tracks and, short episodes with some maybe awkward misunderstandings, short
And some
storylines.
ridiculous characters.
Yes, yes. Love sitcoms.
The next word is the word mischief. And mischief is a kind of a playful trouble. And when I hear the word mischief, I always remember about the Loki, because Loki is the god of mischief,
Yeah.
although he's a villain. Uh, so here, when we're talking about the mischief, we're not talking like the very villainy energy. We're talking about some like playful trouble, like I don't know, putting googly eyes all over the office or in the store. Sometimes people do it.
Yeah, yeah. Rebellious. And rebellious is kind of this attitude where you resist or you want to go against authority. Kind of like,
Mhm.
you're rebellious. I'm gonna not do my chores this week, or I'm feeling rebellious today. I'm gonna go and have a candy bar.
Okay, that's the
That's
true rebel
the rebel in
speaking.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the word cobwebs, a very Halloweeny word, or a very I don't like cleaning my place word. So the cobwebs are the things that spiders so very meticulously create and make, usually in the corners and the ceiling on top. So that thing, the white, beautifully, intricately sewn thing, is called the cobweb.
Yeah. And great decoration
Yeah,
for
for
Halloween.
Halloween. Yep.
All right, our next word is the word tribute. And a tribute is when you do something to like honor someone or something. So you can have, for example, a tribute band. So a tribute band is like they don't have any original songs. They will sing songs for like, you know, classics like Queen or something. Or um, maybe during Halloween, you want to pay a tribute to Taylor Swift and you carve a pumpkin with her face.
That would be an amazing
Difficult.
project, I guess. Yeah. Scavenger hunt. And scavenger hunt is a type of a game where you search for specific items. So sometimes you can have a map of a place, or you just have step-by-step guide with some puzzles that you have to solve first
Yeah.
to go to the next location and find an object, and preferably the next puzzle
Yeah.
that would lead you to another place.
Like clues, little
Little
clues.
clues.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a ransom note. A little bit different from a scavenger hunt. It can
Mm-hmm.
be a little creepier. Basically, it's like a letter. And typically, when you look at a ransom note on TV, it's, cut out little letters from magazines or newspapers. And usually it's saying, like, oh, I've, kidnapped somebody and you need to, bring $1 million to this location or else this person, you'll never see this person again. That's kind of a typical ransom note.
And usually in those TV shows, the policeman is looking for a culprit.
Ooh.
So the culprit is the guilty person.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the culprit. Like, who took the cookie from the cookie jar?
I don't know. Find the culprit. Next is kind of a fun word. It's called a pun. And a pun it's a type of joke. Or
Mm-hmm.
it's a type of, yeah, it's a type of joke or humor, I guess. It's a joke where you're kind of using a word in different meanings. Maybe the word has similar sounds, like there's two words with similar sounds. So you create kind of a joke that plays with these two different words. They sound alike, but have different meanings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the pun that we used in the episode was a serial killer. So we use serial killer to talk about the food cereal. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of a pun.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah.
And intended. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next word is the word halo. We all remember Beyonce, of course, and her hit, Halo.
Mm-hmm.
But halo is the glowing ring above the head of an angel or some saints. You can see them in the church with that like bright circle of light
Yeah.
behind or above their heads.
Yes.
That's the halo.
And we also use the word altar. And an altar is basically like it's a table or some kind of like a flat top, and it is used as a focus for some sort of a ritual. Sometimes it can be religious, sometimes not. Um, but that's what an altar
Mhm.
is.
The word ode is a beautiful word. I like it for some reason.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like ode. When you say it, like it,
it's
it sings
poetic.
already. It's very poetic, and it is poetic because it is a poem that praises something. So, like ode to pumpkin spice latte, coming to all the Instagram pages very soon.
Oh, okay, Starbucks would love that.
Yup.
All right, so next we talked about the word hallucination. And hallucination is like when you see something, but it's not actually there. It's not real. So it's like um, I think that this thing is actually happening, but in reality, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hallucination.
Very scary.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah. The next word is spot on. And if something is spot on, it means that it's exactly right. Right. Just like our tarot reading, spelling all of the secrets about our past.
Oh, yeah. Those were
Yeah.
spot on. So it was a little scary. And getaway. A getaway actually has a couple of meanings. So, first, it can mean like you're escaping, you need to find an escape route. But
Mm-hmm.
also, it can mean kind of like, I want to go to a getaway, like a vacation or a
Mm-hmm.
break from your regular life. So, you can find a getaway from a bank robbery if you
Mm-mm-mm.
are the culprit, or you can get away just from like your regular day to day chores and go
Mm-hmm.
on vacation.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
Yep. The best getaway ever.
Yes.
Haunted house, or not only house. There are a lot of places that can be haunted. And if something is haunted, it means that ghosts live there. Ooh.
And wealthy, wealthy basically means rich, you know? Like your neighbors who give out those full size candy bars, definitely wealthy.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true. Healthy. Lumber. And lumber, you probably guys heard the word lumberjack. And we're talking about the word lumber here. And lumber is a wood that is sewn into rough planks or just like partially prepared
Mhm.
for whatever construction, whatever people might use it. And lumberjacks are people who go in the forest and cut down the trees.
Yes,
Yeah.
they cut down the trees. Prominent. And the word prominent is basically, it means it's very noticeable or important, or it kind of like sticks out, you know? So, for example, during Halloween, you might see a huge skeleton in your in your neighbor's yard. That's a very prominent thing in their yard. Or maybe like a pimple in the middle of your face. I
Oh,
can say,
yes.
"Oh, I have a really prominent zit right here."
Face.
Prominent face.
Because of the zits.
Okay.
The next word is a dark one, macabre, even. It's the word massacre. And the word
Mm,
massacre means a violent slaughter. Lots of killing, lots of blood. It's
yeah.
like what's the name of that movie? Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Massacre
Massacre.
in Texas?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas
Yes, you're
Chainsaw
right. Yeah.
Massacre. Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people are
Yeah.
killed. Yeah. All right. Next is the word gazebo. I love
I
gazebos.
love
So
gazebos.
beautiful. It's basically like this little outdoor pavilion. It's like a shaded area, sometimes with like little benches, and you can find them in parks. And it's where people can kind of sit and talk in the shade. Um, Also, possibly you could have haunted gazebos. Very
Yes, you
possible.
definitely can. Or, you know what? I just remembered now, before I learned that the word gazebo, what the word gazebo means in English, we were playing a game which is called Munchkin. I told you a lot
Yeah.
about this game, and this game is full of monsters. And one of the monsters, his name was Gazebo.
Oh.
In Ukrainian, it was written Gazebo.
Oh.
And we were like, okay, this is just like the name of the monster.
Interesting
And
name.
actually, the monster was like a huge wooden house with like eyes and like mouth and whatever
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Well, that makes more sense. I see.
Yes,
I see.
but I didn't know that it's the gazebo means actually
Mm,
this kind of a house.
okay.
Yeah. The next beautiful expression is to do something justice. And if you do something justice, it means that you present it properly, the way it is. Like you can say that the costume picture doesn't do justice to how ridiculous you looked.
I feel like really when you take pictures, it just doesn't do
No.
the actual real thing justice. Like when
Mm-mm.
you go to the beach or when you see this like beautiful landscape and you take a picture, you're like, "Oh, this does not do it
Nope.
justice." Yeah. All right. So the next word is a gown, or we were talking about specifically a nightgown that we had in the closet of our haunted house, and a gown is a long, flowy dress, sometimes very elegant. Actually, a lot of the times, very
Mm-hmm.
elegant. A nightgown is again a long, flowy dress that you would wear to bed
Yep.
to sleep.
And we have goosebumps. You and goosebumps are those tiny little bumps that you have on your skin when you are cold or when you are scared. And also, apparently, there is a very famous book
Book
or a
series.
story. Oh, it's a book series that
Yeah.
is called Goosebumps. And it was like the best kids horror book
Oh,
series.
so many. I used to love Goosebump books. They were really fun.
I've never read
Yeah.
them, but I've seen that on Disney there is a TV show.
They made, yeah, I think
Yeah.
they also made a movie. I'm
Maybe
not
a
sure.
movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
that it's a TV
Yeah.
show, but it's there. It's on
Yeah, based
Disney.
on the books. Yeah.
Yes.
Amplified. And when something is amplified, you basically make something louder or bigger or stronger. Like when you scream in like a empty house or something like that, the sound is really amplified.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The word anticipate, and to anticipate means to expect something in advance. Like when you're anticipating the jump scare, but then you're still screaming your heart out.
This is the problem with horror movies. You know something is going to happen. You're anticipating it, but it still is so scary
It is so scary.
anyways.
And sometimes it catches you at the moment when you're not prepared.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Our last word for today is the word makeshift. And makeshift is when something is temporary or like kind of created very quickly or thrown together. Like, for example, Halloween costumes. As I got older, I would just not have a lot of time to prepare an elaborate costume. So I would just the day of prepare like a makeshift costume. So it's like, you take your bed sheet and you cut some holes in it. I'm a ghost.
Boom,
Yeah,
done.
done.
Awesome. Good. Okay, that's wrap it. That's wrap our vocabulary for today. And remember, Halloween may be about the monsters and chocolate bars, but the real treat is the
Of
language.
course, of course. So always stay curious, stay spooky, and keep conquering those words.
Bye.
Bye.